3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Rough Fish Registry.
Numero 17.
Numero 17. I don't know what that is in Spanish.
Well,
Numero 17. Uno.
Hold on. Oh, gosh.
Anyway.
27. That's like 27, I think.
Yeah, we'll call that good.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
We are way off. So we've been sitting on the back porch for like 20 minutes talking. I was like, we should probably be recording.
Yeah, there's some pretty good stuff being talked about.
I don't know if it was good, but, you know.
Yeah. Did you see the giant grassy on Facebook? The Grassosaurus Rex.
Oh, my gosh. That is a monster.
I don't even... There's no words.
No. Big Dan was bigger.
Than the bottom half?
Oh, my gosh. Like, how did that thing even swim?
Oh, I don't know.
Like, its belly was dragging the dirt everywhere he went.
I know. His belly was getting polished.
Polished slick. A mirror finish on the bottom of the grass carp.
Yeah.
No, that was
a giant gator, man. Down there in Louisiana, he's got her figured out, I guess.
Gator the gator, man.
Yeah. If I ever go with him, I want to hear him say, shoot him, shoot him.
Oh, I know.
No, I don't. He probably gets that way too much.
That for sure. But
Yeah.
still, that's a slob.
Whew.
The definition of a slob.
Yeah. That thing was as big around as it was long.
I mean, arguably pretty close.
Yeah.
What's the deal? We need a fish biologist. What's the deal with their belly when they pooch out like that? Are they full of eggs?
No, I think
Just
they're
full.
of food, poo.
I was reading on the Wikipedia, and it was a source that was cited, and I went to the cited source, and it claimed that a grass carp can, and on average will, eat twice its body weight in a day.
Oh, yeah.
So that fish arguably was eating 180 to 200 pounds of vegetation a day.
If it's at that 100-pound mark.
Yeah, I said 180 to 200,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
Average of 90. It's got it. I mean, it's 90.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean...
I shoot fish like that all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. I've shot a striper that big in beaver. No, I'm just kidding. Don't.
No, that was a spoonbill. No, we cannot shoot spoonbill in Missouri.
Or striper.
Or striper.
Don't do it.
Can you do it in Arkansas?
I doubt it. It's a big tourism thing for Beaver Lake. That's all there is down there. It's all that
Striper?
Yeah.
Oh, I was talking spoonbill.
Oh, spoonbill? I don't know about spoonbill. You can in Arkansas or in Oklahoma.
Yeah, you can shoot in Oklahoma and
that-
Tennessee.
That guy,
Kentucky, somewhere over there.
Yeah, there's a guy over there off Grand Lake, a guide.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Pritchard's
Guide Service?
Yeah,
Yeah, they
I always
hammer 'em.
post them. Yeah, looks fun.
Yeah.
It tastes good.
Spoonbill.
Yeah.
I don't know. Puddin's dad flays them up.
Oh, that's
Said
right.
there's a big mud line in them and some stuff.
Did you see that episode of Meat Eater?
Why are we always talking about meat?
I know, but this is the TV show, not the podcast.
Okay.
The TV show with Kevin Murphy, and they go to Kentucky, and they're fishing in the Cumberland River.
Jug lining?
They were jug lining, but the same episode, he shoots an injured spoonbill.
Oh yeah, I saw
with
that.
his bow.
I saw that.
With the bow fishing setup. And did you remember that when they're cleaning it,
Mm-mm.
and they pull that like nerve out of its back,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and it looked like a slinky kind of thing.
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean, it when he pulled it out, it was 4 times longer than the fish.
Yeah, and it was something. I don't remember if it like made it more tender because it quit sending out pulses or something.
That's the EKG May thing.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's different.
Right.
But this was like I think it was. I mean, it did have to do with nerves. I mean, I think it was its main spinal column, and it doesn't have bones.
Yeah.
It's like sear it up, baby.
I wish Missouri would give us like one tag a year or something.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, because you wouldn't just go shoot a little one. I mean, you'd try to find you a big one.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're hard to. I mean, it's not like you go out and find a bunch of them.
Oh, you can.
You can.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never seen a bunch.
Oh,
I've seen a few, but
I've seen a bunch.
well,
I'm like a bunch.
on Lake of the Ozarks.
No, Table
No.
Rock.
What?
Yep.
Where?
I'm not.
We can't shoot them.
James River.
Oh, you know.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's because that's where they gig them, right?
Yeah. No, you can't gig
Not
spoon
gig
bill.
them, but
grab them.
Grab them.
Yeah, jerk, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
Snag.
Snag them.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Duh.
I saw a bunch when I was shooting the Open in the James.
That's right.
Yeah.
This year.
Yeah, I wish I could have weighed that one I shot. He was about 80. No, he was not.
We're going to get a phone call someday.
No.
My name is Corporal Jones with the Missouri Department of Conservation. We just found your podcast, and we're going to need you to come in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bring your lawyer.
Yeah. What's the statute of limitations on shooting a spoonbill, by the way? It got to be. I'm good. I'm in the clear.
Sure.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, that was a big grass carp. Fishing around Missouri right now is a little slow.
Oh man, there
Pretty
was
brutal.
a buddy of mine, Chase Scroggins, brother of the luckiest man in bow fishing.
Oh gosh, that guy.
He they had a little, I don't know what you call it, like a jackpot tournament or something.
Just a little quick.
Yeah,
good time.
up on Stockton Friday night. I was going to go, but had baseball games again. Seems to be my life these days. But 60 pounds won it. 5 fish, big 5, 60 pounds. That was rough.
Oh, it was a big 5.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think anybody saw a grass carp, and I think they said they're big fish, only like 16 or 18.
16 pounds, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I think Chad called you the morning after or something.
Yeah. And then he was like, let's go do another little tournament on Bull Shoals. And I was like, after last night's report, I don't know. But
Yeah, he went last night again.
Yeah, they did the same thing again.
Yeah, and I think they shot a couple of decent buffs and a couple gar. I don't think anything big. But, yeah.
I haven't seen, we saw a couple pictures week before the Open of guys pulling a bunch of gar in, but
Yeah.
it's like, are they floating points yet?
I don't know. I have been on the water. Let's see, the Open got over on that Sunday morning. I went the next Wednesday, took my boys out, and I haven't been on the water since.
Yeah, we only went out once since then. It's been busy.
Yeah.
Life. And I don't know what it is. There's always seems to be a little bitty slump after the Open. You kind of like...
Well, you go so hard. I mean,
Yeah.
And then you just... I don't know.
You used up all your wife vacation time.
Oh, golly, something's on me.
It's a big bug. It's trying to eat you.
Is it?
I don't know. I can't tell.
Oh, I thought there was.
We are outside. You can probably hear a few birds every once in a while
Yeah.
and the wind blowing. So
I think Pate's going to give up bow fishing and buy some binoculars and start bird watching, is what he's telling me.
it's called a birdie. I want to be a birdie.
A birdie.
So you walk around with some expensive binoculars, some knockers, and look for birds.
Yeah.
When I'm retired, maybe. Sounds like a noble hobby. If you're like 70 years old,
I
still want
guess.
to be outside. It's like, no,
But if
you know what?
if you can get out and look for birds, can you not get out and shoot a deer?
Well, of course you can.
Okay.
Well, I'm not saying I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
But what are you going to do?
The other time.
Another 9, 10 months out of the year.
I mean, you feed deer and check trail cameras.
That
and
is fun.
plant food plots. And
Yep.
Is your beans coming up?
Shh.
Okay, sorry.
Yes.
They are?
Yep. It's a good feeling.
Oh, yeah. It makes you feel good when you...
Food plots. Fun stuff.
Yeah.
It makes the whole thing more interesting. That's a fact. I can't imagine now. It almost sounds like a luxury to just go, I'm going to go put a tree stand right here and see what walks by. Like that really sounds like a lot of fun, but also at the same time it sounds really
Stressful?
Yeah, anxiety ridden, like a lot of...
Well, when you have like kids and wife and other hobbies,
you want to capitalize on that free time.
Yeah.
It makes sense. But no, the idea of like just saying, hey, I'm going to go put a tree stand out on some public ground, which I plan on doing this fall in the great state of Arkansas, and just trying it for I'll do like a 4-day weekend thing.
That'll be fun.
It'd be fun.
You gonna
camp out?
You gonna elk hunt?
It really depends on the next 30 days what my 6-week-old starts to. If he's like turns into a knockout sleeper and fantastic, I might try to push my luck. But
yeah,
to do it right, you got to go out there for at least 8-9 days, and I do enjoy being married. So
no, for sure.
That might not go over well, but I want to go pretty bad.
So did you notice on Instagram we got a new follower? Guy followed us, and then he liked like
19 pictures.
19? Is it 19?
I think was it 19 or 18 or 19?
I haven't counted, but
Gooch_90.
Gooch_90.
You were a local hero today.
Yep, making us feel good. Going in there, and
we'll post a picture. It kind of cracked me up. I lead music at church, and I sat down, and it just second habit to check your phone real quick, and it was like Gooch_90 liked yada 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 yada, and I was like, whoa, who is this dude? Went and looked, and he went crazy on us.
It's kind of like those guys that post in every bow fishing
Yep.
group on Facebook. You have like 40 notifications.
Putting in the man hours.
You're like, man, I'm on it. I got some cool stuff happening on Facebook, and you open it up. It's like the same guy posts the same boat for sale 50 times or whatever.
You got it. It's a little annoying, but he's putting in the man hours.
Oh, yeah.
He's, Facebook's free.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what it's for. That's what it's there for. So we can keep rambling, but we also we're 12 minutes in. We're doing really good.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about our first impressions of the Harshlock arrow.
Yeah. So this arrow,
Let's just roll right in.
Yeah. I mean, just go for it.
Boom.
I'd say everybody's seen the video on Facebook
and
YouTube.
If you haven't, go to Rough Fish Registry to this post and watch the video. It's pretty interesting.
Are you going to post it?
I'm going to put the video on the blog post.
Gotcha. So this arrow is
coming in hot.
It's coming in hot?
No, you just came in hot.
Oh, sorry.
That's a good.
I got a little loud there.
You're excited. I understand.
Oh, yeah. So when you watch this video, you're like, how does this thing work?
And you're like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, it just can't.
Something doesn't add up.
It can't do what it looks like it's doing without
witchcraft.
Doing something. What is this sorcery going on here?
I joke. I laugh every time.
About what?
Sorcery. I don't
know. Yeah. Okay.
Is it Ricky Bobby?
I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah. So anyway, we is it that funny?
Keep going.
Okay. We're going to get this done, at least in 3 tries.
Listen, we got all the time in the world, folks.
Don't got to be at work tomorrow morning, so. What's the record on longest podcast?
Dan Carlin, Hardcore History.
Oh, that's right.
He breaks them down like 10-part series, and they're 3 hours apiece.
Oh, my gosh.
But you can learn a lot.
Yeah. So anyway, Harshlock arrows, crazy arrow that when you look at it, when you see the video of how it works, you're just like, no way.
There's some doubt.
I'm not trusting this on a big fish or on any fish, by that matter, because it just doesn't seem possible.
It's one of those things that you look at and go, it's kind of the classic too good to be true kind of thing.
Oh yeah,
and because everybody. We can all act like, it's not that big a deal to unscrew tips. But you drop tips. Whatever.
First world problems.
First world problem, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, it's not that big a deal. Come on, guys. You're complaining about you're going to spend that on that.
So yeah, they're not cheap. I mean,
no, but we can talk about that.
Yeah.
So anyway,
we actually got in touch with David Harshberger.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
That's correct.
Yeah. He's a friggin' genius. This guy is legit.
Man, for sure. Like, He's going
to be on. We're going to have him on here pretty soon just to kind of go over, I guess, more technical terms of how this thing works. But we both shot it. I shot it. A disclaimer. I did not shoot this arrow in the open because...
Sure.
I just had an arrow that I was used to shooting.
Yeah.
I didn't...
You don't mess with the recipe,
right before a big
the day
tournament.
of Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
No,
for sure. So I did shoot this arrow a couple days before the Open when we were scouting. We shot a couple gar. I'm not going to say big buffalo, but some decent-sized buffalo. And
did you have this arrow when you shot your 60-pound grass carp that arguably was a $30,000 fish instead of a $5,000 fish?
No, I did not. Did not have it at that point.
Been waiting to slip that one in for a while.
Yeah. So anyway, we shot some fish with this. I don't want to talk about that. Not that it matters. I'd take the 30-pounder that pulled out. Maybe I should have been shooting it.
Maybe.
Yeah. So we shot this arrow, and it 100% works as advertised.
Performs.
Works, performs, whatever.
Yeah.
The fish we shot, I think I said in one of our other episodes that my number one worry was that when you reach down to grab it and pull the fish into the boat, that the middle section kind of slides up and down maybe a quarter of an inch.
Yeah, it releases the barb, the actions in the barb.
Yeah, and that's what releases the barb. I was worried that being in a hurry, having a big fish on, whether it wasn't hit good or whatever, and you're trying to just get it up into the boat, that you would grab the center section and it would disengage the barbs and then just pull out.
Because just disclaimer, there's plenty of room on the back of the arrow. To grab the back of the arrow, and so like you've got a little bit on the slide and a little bit on the back, so you're not going to pop or disengage. So there's plenty of room to actually just grab that. But
it's probably 6 or 6 inches, maybe.
Oh yeah, I think it's about 4. But the other thing I didn't think about is you can grab like half and half, so to speak, and it's not going to lock or disengage.
Yeah.
So you didn't have a fish pull off.
No, we didn't have a fish pull off, and we tried. Every fish we shot, we grabbed the center section of the arrow, trying to get it to disengage.
Oh, really?
Like we just grabbed the center section, which is supposed to disengage it, and would pull the fish in the boat with that, and it didn't disengage.
Gotcha.
I think what makes it disengage is releasing the pressure on those barbs,
right,
and then popping it back.
It's kind of two things have to happen. So like the day I got mine, the mechanics of it are it's like a fidget spinner. It's like you just sit there and want to play with it all day. It's crazy. It feels
it's solid.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. So what I thought initially was, okay, well, if there's pressure on the barbs, so I took my fingers and pulled the barbs, like put pressure on the barbs. And when you're putting pressure on them, you can't, like, it almost locks it, no matter, even if you are grabbing it in the center of the arrow and trying to pop it.
If there's pressure on those,
if there's pressure on the barbs, it is not coming loose. The trick is once the fish is in the boat, and you won't mimic an action like this in the water or trying to grab the arrow, or in the pursuit of trying to bring it in. So I just lost my train of thought. Anyway,
that weirded you out,
right? Yeah, that weirded me out. It did for sure. But so when you bring it in the boat, you have to over the fish bro. You kind of you kind of drop it and then. You gotta drop and pop it.
Drop it and then pop it.
That's right. And that's what, it's kind of the 1-2 punch there.
Mm-hmm.
And it then drops the barbs and the fish slides off. So it's easy once you're in the boat and you can do it in fluid motion. But if you're just grabbing the arrow to pull it in, you're not going to, push down and pull up really hard, in the water. You know what I mean? It doesn't work like that.
No, I mean it.
I was really impressed, because that was my first thought. So as soon as I got it, I just pulled my fingers against it really hard and tried to release it, and you can't do it. I mean,
it's like a Chinese finger trap.
The
harder you pull on it, the harder it grabs.
That was what he was saying too. It's it uses that friction, whatever.
Yeah, there's like a metal piece that comes up the middle that the barbs actually have like wings on it that hook. If you look down in there, I guess not to. I don't think that's a secret, but
no. And the other thing about David too is we were talking to him when we so he was at the Open, and we caught him and we talked for a good long while, And dude is obviously pretty sharp to put this thing together. Has it patented, designed the whole thing. But his deal was I was kind of complimenting. I said, hey, it's smart. You got your it's patent, the whole 9 yards. And he's like, hey, listen, I understand that there might be other people that do this, that make one just like it, and that's it's just the advancement of the sport.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, that's really noble of you, but they'll always remember. They'll call the harsh lock arrow. It'll be known as that. It's kind of like sea light. There's a lot of folks that have lights out now, but
yeah, anytime you have LEDs, they're like, are those sea lights?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like those things you wipe your nose with. What are those called?
Kleenex.
Yeah, but everybody calls them Kleenex, even though that's not what
that's
they're
just
called.
the brand name, right?
Yeah.
Right. Where it's like in the South, they just call it a Coke. Whether you drink Dr. Pepper or Pepsi,
yeah,
it's called a Coke. So it's kind of that kind of thing. It's instilling a brand into an industry. So I think that'll be cool. I think other people will try to do it and try to make it, and they may be successful, but that'll be the first. And, I really don't. It's going to have a hard time like beating it.
Yeah, I don't know if. Do you know if there's tips for them? Like if you can buy replaceable tips?
Yes, you can buy replaceable tips, and it's important. The other thing that I'll say is there is a little rubber grommet on the outside of the tip. And the great thing about the tip is you shouldn't have to. The only time you should take it off is when you're replacing it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a little rubber grommet. But if you're just got ADD and want to take the tip off just to look around, make sure you put the rubber grommet back. It's he explained to me exactly what that did, but it helped keep the tip on securely, and it also kept water out of something. Maybe I'm totally butchering that. So. Anyway,
it's important. Put the rubber on.
It's important.
Yeah.
So
did you shoot any fish with it?
Yes. So we, like yourself, decided not to shoot them. I got them the day of the open. So we switched to them about midnight because we thought, well, Big Dan's gone and all the grass is gone. So we're just looking for gar. So we're like, we'll give it a shot. So we did shoot some, and same story. Works as advertised. Couldn't get one to do anything weird, and them gar just popped right off. It was pretty sweet. And the other thing about gar too is, which I think is a benefit. If you get a big one in the boat, I got some teeth on you, and I've got you get like little gar teeth stuck in your leg hair. You bleed. And
Chad got bit. I think he told that story.
Yeah, bleeding a lot. So. Yeah. It just makes the process a lot smoother. Not to sound like a girly girl, but
no, I mean it makes it nice when you can get that fish in the boat, grab the middle part of that arrow.
It's all about efficiency.
Give it a good jerk and
drop and pop.
It works. It actually works better on bigger fish, I think, as far as releasing.
Right.
Some smaller fish we shot, we had to give it. I mean, it sounds bad. Is that a bow fishing boat?
I saw 2 today.
I saw one at Bass Pro.
H4H. Big logo on the side of the boat, heading south.
Yeah, I don't know.
In Hollister around noon.
Yeah.
Didn't know who they were.
Anyway, where was I going with that?
Smaller fish, bigger fish.
Oh,
bigger
yeah.
Fish pop easier.
So the smaller fish, it took, I think he said he remade them to where they hold harder, maybe?
Yeah, just because of concerns. And the angle of the barb. They used to be at 90 degrees, the barbs, and now they're like... It looks like 45, but he told me what it was exactly. But it's
probably some reason for that angle.
He had a very specific reason.
Yeah, if you haven't talked to this guy, it's worth talking to him because he's probably as big a hillbilly as they come, and I wouldn't say hillbilly, but as big a outdoorsman as they come. I mean, but as smart as they come too. I mean, he's
awesome dude, and just. Kind of dazzle you with, I don't know. It's just he's just an interesting character. I like him a lot.
Yeah, he was a nice guy for sure.
He's rigged up a bunch of batteries for a little solar project for him and his dad too. So we talked about batteries for a long time, and I talk to a lot of people about batteries, and if they know what an AGM is, that's a pretty good start, or they're a leg up on a lot of folks.
And if you listen to our Battery 101 episode, you'll get a lot of good information.
It's a lot of information. So you got to take it all in nice and slow. But anyway, David was like, right up there, like knew exactly. We had a quick conversation about what he needed and, sizing specific. And it was like, oh, this guy actually knows about batteries. So this is kind of a joy to talk about. So anyway, cool dude. The product is awesome. I think it's time will tell, first impressions. It's going to, take some abuse on both of our boats, and we're going to find out exactly
how they hold up.
How they hold up. We see reports that Aero Assault Bow Fishing down in Miami, they shoot them for all their customers, and they had arrows that were 2 years old and going out, night after night.
It would hurt breaking the line on one of these, or
it would, no question.
But I just don't know. I mean, you're not going to wear them out, I don't think.
No.
I don't really think it's going to be worn out, and I don't think that you're going to break anything on it. I mean, it's a solid core with it's a carbon outer, right?
And inner with a well, don't make me lie. It's a carbon outer for sure, and I think the inner is carbon as well with a metal core that'll rot on the inside of that.
Yeah. It's
super stiff.
I mean, you can't hardly bend it.
No, and it's not super heavy, but it's not. I'd
say it's. I'm trying to think here of all the arrows I've shot.
Should have weighed it.
I've got that one arrow that's super super heavy that I've been playing with, but that arrow is definitely lighter than that one.
Well, yeah, I mean that's twice as heavy as a lot of arrows.
Yeah, the arrow that I was messing with, that I've been playing with, is it's a RPM Davy Jones, which is a solid stainless core, I think, with carbon outer, made to shoot deep water, I guess. You don't want to. It says on there, "Do not shoot rocks," which I've shot rocks with it and it's done fine. But the harsh lock arrows, I don't know, half as heavy as that. But that's probably 3 times as heavy as a regular fishing arrow.
No, I mean, it didn't feel. I mean, it felt fine.
It doesn't like shoot weird. Like you're like, oh, that's really heavy.
I'll weigh it. Or no, I won't. It's locked. Yeah, I'll text David and find out what the total weight is, like grams, compared to like I've got my AMS Tiger Shark carbon shaft arrows weigh 89 grams. My NRG. So with the same tip, with an AMS Anchor QT, which is a tip that I prefer at this stage. Haven't shot the harsh lock for long. So 89 grams with the AMS Tiger Shark, 105 grams, same tip with the RPM NRG. Is it NRG? NGR? Anyway, it's the black and gray one.
Yeah.
Anyway, both fine arrows. But I shot those carbon arrows and I don't know.
Didn't do it for you?
I mean, maybe I just got to get used to it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, and then the other thing that people talk about a lot is how expensive they are. And, yeah, they're...
I think he lowered the price, actually.
They're $50.
$49.99.
$49.99. Okay. So, yeah, you got some money there. But $49.99, and it's got safety slide... And
tip or point, whatever you want to call it.
Yep. I mean, it's fully set up.
And you can run lit Nox on it without an adapter.
And you can run lit Nox on it without an adapter. Plus, you can just throw in any old regular knock. If you bust a knock in the night or something, you can replace it. Snap your fingers fast. So, if you rigged up a similar, like carbon shaft from AMS with a AMS QT anchor point. With all the fixins.
Oh yeah, I mean
you're talking about $45.
Probably close. I mean, I don't shoot those, but I know that.
No, I mean I rigged up too.
Yeah,
and my total was a little less than $100.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's
right there with the premium shafts that are out there. That once you put by the shaft.
Yeah. Am I going to give one to my, if I got a 7-year-old cousin or nephew or something coming on the boat? Probably not. But myself, sure. No question.
Yeah. I'm definitely excited to give them a whirl.
I like to go. I want to go to like Wisconsin and shoot like fill a few buckets full.
So did you see the big fish? I don't know if it was the big fish, but I saw a fish from the AMS.
44-pound common.
Yeah. So my dad was, he's been, did I talk about this last week? I don't know. He's been in Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin.
We talked about it just a little bit.
Yeah, catching big smallmouth. And
That looks like a hoot.
oh, man, friggin' giants. But he's been texting me all week like, I've seen the biggest common carp I've ever seen in my life. And, I mean, the water's super clear. And, yeah, there's some big fish up there.
Mm.
Yeah. And he sent me a picture of the bay, which is, I mean, it's huge. I mean, it's called a bay, but you can't even see across it. But there was bow fishing boats out there scouting Friday night, I think.
The AMS Big 30?
Yeah. Thursday night or Friday night.
Is that where that tournament is out of, I guess?
Somewhere up there.
I guess I could look.
Yeah. It's somewhere in
It
Wisconsin.
looks like a fun tournament.
No, it does. I'd like to make a trip up there and check it out, depending on if they do something like the carp out or something like that. I like that format that the carp out was, but
That was a lot of fun.
yeah, a little more strategy.
Yeah. For sure. I think, that's what makes it fun. What's the other... I saw something else today. I'm going to find it real quick. Bowfishing Extreme posted this new Unity, interlock Unity shaft. Did you see that?
Huh.
It looks like it... I don't know what the heck that is.
Huh.
It's like an aluminum... It's kind of like
Yeah.
It's kind of like the harsh lock, but not in the sense of it,
Just the end of it.
The end of it's like...
the knock
like
end.
4 inches of aluminum with...
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know.
If anybody knows what that's about, shoot us a message.
Yeah.
Because we don't know.
Yeah. And the guys that sent us message wanting stickers, I've been slacking.
Yeah, when you live in Mount Vernon, you're 200 miles from the nearest post office. So,
Yeah.
what's the Pony Express? Does this still ride through once a week?
Just twice.
Paul Revere now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you know Paul Revere did not actually ride through?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, he did, but not like to the extent of what the story goes.
Yeah.
You listen to, yeah,
Yeah. What show was that on?
Meat Eater. No, it was
Joe
Joe
Rogan,
Rogan with
yeah.
Steve Ranella. There it is again.
David Harshberger just messaged me. He said 1,830,
1,830.
1,790 to 1,800 grains.
Okay, so 100 probably 100 and that's 180. So yeah, I mean that dude weighs quite a bit.
Yeah. What would you say yours was?
Mine was 89 grams. That's Americans in the metric system.
Yeah.
That has to be what that is.
Grains to grams.
We are retarded.
Hold on. Let me look here.
I think it's, well, yeah, that's like,
You weighed yours in grams?
yeah. 'Cause that's what I used my certified squirrel scale. Still got, listen, folks, if you do squirrel derbies, you roll up without a gram scale, you don't know what you got.
Let's see
You're
here.
trying to cull some squirrels, and this one may weigh 12 grams more. Well, it all adds up at the end. And at the Booger Holler Squirrel Derby, there's at least $1,000 on the line.
116 grams.
116 grams.
So it's 10, 15 grams heavier than...
Oh, so that's yeah.
Yeah, that's
10,
right there.
10 grams more than like an NRG
Yeah.
with a AMS tip. So that's normal. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so you get a little deeper penetration, and so you got a lot of weight with a carbon shaft that doesn't flex.
Yeah.
It's the whole package.
Just like me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So are you going out this week or next weekend?
Next weekend. You know what? Yeah, probably.
Batson's having a tournament.
Man, I've never shot a Batson tournament. I want to bad. I know we're doing the Ironman.
Oh, you're going to love it and hate it at the same time.
I'm looking forward to the pain, the brutality of it. You know what I'm looking forward to? I'm looking forward to
Why
finding...
don't you tell me?
I'm looking forward to finding a nice little cove with It's 2 months away, and I'm already looking forward to it. Find a nice little cove, eat me a sandwich.
What time's this going to be?
About 1:30.
In the afternoon or morning?
Yep, afternoon.
And jumping in?
Nope. Backing up, finding a nice little branch, and finding some shade, and taking about a 45-minute nap.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Me and Chad go hard. We don't stop.
We did that in the state shoot last year because, we went out and found like 2 gar. This is like JP's state shoot. What was the time frame on that? It started like 9?
Yeah, 9 in the morning or so.
Yeah, so we got like 2 little gar in the boat. Just weird how we found them. But anyway, and things were slow. And
they were on the bank. It was so weird.
What?
No. How you found them?
No. They were, it was just weird. But anyway, just a little bitty, just floating. Anyway, we found this little hole with some shade, and we decided to eat our sandwiches. And I just kind of I'm going to sit down here for a second. And I laid down and woke up like 40 minutes later, just like, ooh,
yes,
that is nice.
So for those that don't know, the Ironman, that tournament's put on by Batson Archery, which is a little archery shop, kind of north of Springfield-ish, somewhere over there.
Willardish.
Yeah, Willardish area.
Yeah, Boat Arc, Willard. Just Google it.
Batson Dog and Archery, they kind of have everything. I mean, you can feed your dog and feed your fish out of the same place. But, hold on, let me find it here.
They asked us to cut an ad for them. Batson Archery. You can feed your dog and shoot a fish.
Yeah, feed your dog, stick a fish. June 24th, they got a Big Ten. Saturday, 8 a.m. out of Shawnee Bend at Warsaw.
Yep.
Day shoot.
Is that what lakes?
That's Truman and Lake of the Ozarks. Yep. No fish there.
No fish on that lake.
Wait, that's June. Yeah, that's right. June 24th.
That's, 2 weeks.
Yeah. Oh, then July 22nd's the Pommy shoot, which shoot myself in the head for that one. I hate that lake. Yeah, anyway, since we're reading them off.
And then
that's an overnight out of Bolivar Landing, July 22nd.
And then
Ironman, August 19th. So the Ironman tournament, I think we talked about it a while back, but it's a 24-hour tournament.
What lakes?
Same. Truman, Lake of the Ozarks.
Okay.
50 a person, 2 to 4 man teams, 20 big.
I'm going to need you to tell me where to go.
Lake of the Ozarks. Just don't get swamped. Yeah. 20 big fish, Big 12.
Big 12?
Yeah. It's always been an odd number.
I thought you said Big 20.
No, it's 20 for big fish, $20 for big fish.
Oh, $20.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that tournament, if you can't make another, I mean, if you're from the 4-state area and can get over to that, it's a ball. I mean, it's the biggest grind and just, it's fun though.
Cameron Haynes shot it one time, and he said it was harder than the 200-mile ultra marathon.
Cameron Haynes, never heard of her.
Said Marvin Batson.
So this tournament's been going on forever. Darren Freeze won it like 3 years in a row. I think that's a record, 3 or 4 years in a row.
Of course.
The Grass Carp Whisperer.
That dirty old feller.
We need to have him on.
We do.
Yeah, he'd do it too. I talked to him the other day.
He'd be fun.
Yeah.
We'd have to have a side pot how many times he said feller.
Feller. He texts like that.
Yeah, no.
Like F-E-L-R.
Yeah, feller.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, yeah.
Cracks me up.
Yeah, he texts with an accent, like if you can do that.
Yep, he can enunciate his accent through a cell phone message.
Like if he like his Facebook posts sometimes need like C translation, like some like some of them have on the bottom.
I don't know if I go that far.
No, he's a good guy though. I used to not like him, and he kind of
keeps his cards close to the vest.
No, he does, but he's a good guy. He's not a butthole like I thought he was.
He kills big deer too. God.
Oh, he does. Him and his daughter.
Oh man.
Golly, them suckers.
Give me some tips.
Yeah.
Man, oh man, yeah. Like he added me, I don't know, or I added him. I don't remember. Back when about a year and a half, 2 years ago, maybe. And I was just enamored with his deer pictures. It's like profile picture one after another. It was like, oh my gosh, and he doesn't live.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god, they're just so big deer.
Oh, so next weekend I'm going to Kentucky. Not Kentucky. Is it Kentucky?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. I want to get this right because I don't want to screw this up.
Youth shoot, correct?
Yes, it's a youth shoot. Andy Cardwell, I think. Is it Cardwell?
Yep.
I'm sure that's how you say it. Jared Ashmore Youth Bow Fishing Tournament. It is 10th annual. Will be held June 17th at Lee's Jones Park in Eddyville, Kentucky. Yeah, it's a bow fishing tournament for kids, blah, blah, blah. Anybody through the age of 17 can compete, no entry fee. Time for kids to get together and meet like-minded kids. So, yeah, I'm taking both my boys.
They fired up?
Oh, gosh. They're like 5 days till we leave. 42 hours, definitely 42 hours. 42 hours, 55 minutes.
Is this like the first trip for them?
So we went to Youth Worlds last year.
Oh, that's right.
Down
That's
in
right.
Oklahoma. Randy. What's his last name?
Don't know.
Nothing.
Good old Randy.
Oh, gosh. He shot.
Randy Johnson? The unit?
No. Randy Woodward.
Oh.
Randy Woodward, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. He puts on a youth shoot in Oklahoma where the wind blows. It was a good time, though. Tons of kids. I mean, they had boats shuttling kids out. I mean...
Hey, the Gooch just liked another post.
Did he?
Yeah.
So, yeah, the Jared Ashmore shoot, and then the shoot with Randy Woodward, the Youth Worlds. I don't know if I'm going to get to go to that one or not. So...
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I look forward to those days.
No, it's fun, but it's like it's so hard daytime. Like Youth Worlds is daytime.
Ooh.
So my kids are like rocking these polarized glasses, that $5 gas station specials.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I'd be like, right there. And they're like, where? I'm like, right there, right in front of the boat. And they couldn't see the fish save their lives.
They're still young.
No, they are. Brody actually stuck one. What was funny is Brody shot a fish at Youth Worlds. It wasn't big, probably 8 or 10 pound buffalo. My other son, Landon, who was younger, didn't shoot one fish, but they have an archery competition that the kids can shoot.
Yeah.
And the points from that go towards the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
3rd place, baby. I mean, they were knocking them back at the archery competition. It was pretty cool.
It's all those Snapchats of you having them out in the garage practicing.
Yeah. My kids lose arrows, and I guess it's not a bad thing, but I bet I bought them 6 dozen arrows in the last 2 years.
Man.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's 2 of them, and they both got mission crazes, which they don't just dink them out there. I mean, they got a little thump behind them. And they'll go out squirrel hunting.
I love it.
Yeah. They ain't killed a squirrel, but they've lost some arrows trying. So they went the other morning. They got up before I did, and we're down there catting around at the pond and shooting frogs.
Nice.
Yeah. Again, didn't kill one. Didn't lose an arrow, though. They had their bow fishing arrows because they knew they needed the barb on them.
Yeah.
But they forgot the reels weren't on there, so they were just shooting it. Hopefully they didn't lose any arrows.
Oh, man.
So
boys will be boys.
Yep.
When I was like 10 or 11, my parents built a house, and we had this pond right next to the house. For Christmas, we got I got like a 22. I think it was 11 or 12. Anyway, in a box of 500 rounds, 22 shells, which you could, at the time, just like candy.
Yeah.
And I shot every turtle on the farm. started that one pond, and Trevor and I just go out there and sit on that bank for like 2 hours, just cracking rounds off, and nothing more satisfying.
I'm half tempted to buy my oldest at 22, but just when I think he's nice and mature, like he shoots his brother with his BB gun or something.
Yeah, I had to do. I got I did the hunting safety course, and that's what I got afterwards.
Yeah,
and then like a year later, I got my first deer rifle, so it progressed pretty quick.
No, like my kids, I mean, they have good gun safety. I mean, if it's a legit gun, like they know. I mean, I'm not gonna say I do it, but I could leave a gun out on the counter and my kids wouldn't touch it. But
right,
their BB gun, I mean, it's just a little single cocker Red Ryder. I mean,
yeah,
I'm not gonna say I didn't have BB gun fights with my buddies back when I was a kid.
That's true.
Yeah,
we never had BB guns. We went straight pellet rifle.
Yeah,
and like we were killing birds and all sorts of stuff at a young age,
mm-hmm.
and we never shot each other with because 177 pellet rifle. I had a CZ pellet rifle, still have it, and actually it's in my office right now. We shoot birds in the warehouse with it.
Yeah, we come shoot one of these blue jays out here.
I've turned into a birdie. I'm not gonna do that. Barn swallows though.
We used to limit our BB gun wars to one pump.
Oh sure, I've always heard that.
But then when you get hit, it ticked you off, so you'd like crank it up to 2.
Oh,
and then 3.
Dirty duck. Did you ever paintball?
Paintball, yes. Yeah, I always cranked my guns up. I always had Allen wrenches with me.
So
you'd go to the field and you'd test them. They'd be like, "Oh, you're good." Then you get out in the
12-year-olds.
field. Yeah,
good times.
Ripping through their face masks and.
Trevor and I were talking about that the other day. Like, if we got into paintball again right now, it'd take over our lives.
Oh my gosh!
It's like the only thing better than shooting fish is shooting people.
Oh.
That was fun, though, back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
Well, do we got anything concluding thoughts, wrap anything up?
I always say we're going to do this at the beginning, and we never do.
What?
Be sure to like us on Facebook.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Instagram.
I think right now we've got a good core group of listeners.
Go to the Googe_90. Give him a like, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Blow his feet up.
Appreciate the love, Gooch_90.
Gooch, yeah, not Gooch. Gooch.
It was Gooch. I don't know what else it.
Yeah, no, that's legit.
Gooch, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
give us a review.
Yeah.
We got a couple. Yeah.
Listen up, folks. Big news here.
Uh-oh.
I've got 11 reviews on iTunes now.
Mm-hmm.
So if you leave a review, it shows the date. So if you leave a review this week, hopefully I get like 50, and I have to just pick like my top 5 favorite. But if I get like 2, we'll send you a sticker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And make them good. Don't just be like,
yeah. Don't
this
be
is
like,
good.
Yeah. Don't fluff us too hard, but don't don't just be like, great show.
I thought you were gonna like send them some lithium batteries or something.
No.
No.
We've yet to make our first $1 million on the podcast, so I can't afford to do that yet.
Yeah, I'd like to make my first one.
I'd like to make $1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Soon.
Oh yeah.
Soon. It's happening.
Soon.
Now you hear those guys like Gritty Bowman. They quit their day job, and they just podcast now, and it's like, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I don't mean. They can talk about a whole lot of stuff. We really try to just talk about bow fishing.
Yeah, I mean we can branch out.
Oh, we definitely will.
If you guys have any topics,
sorry, my mic's making weird noises. Yeah, if you have anything specific, I think closer to fall, we are going to talk about deer hunting.
Yeah.
It's just it's going to happen.
Yeah,
and
maybe like top 10 ways to kill a grass carp tomorrow.
I think we'd get a few people to listen to that.
Maybe we should just title an episode that. We're just rambling. Let's get off.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yep.
Yeah. Like us, share us, the whole 9 yards.
Yep.
Very good. We'll see y'all later.
We gone.